Hey everyone, Steven Rue from IGN here, giving my take on the rank for the first 8 legends of Apex Legends. This is according to what I believe is the weakest to the strongest class profile. But if you disagree, let's talk about it in the comments below. Of course, we'll be sure to reflect and keep revisiting this ranking as Respawn makes any major future tweaks to how they operate. But for now, here are my selections based on the overall utility each legend brings to the team and how well each of their abilities work in combat. Let's drop right in. At number 8 is Mirage. The master of decoy, Mirage can send a decoy out every 14 seconds. In addition, when down, he turns invisible and also creates a decoy of himself. His ultimate ability turns him invisible while creating multiple copies of himself. Unfortunately, these decoys are stationary and don't really do anything for your team or the flow of combat. It's more of a get out of jail free card for the Mirage player, which is awesome, but other legends can do this while not sacrificing their ultimate. While his clone is useful for baiting out enemies and outplaying opponents in certain situations, Mirage felt a tad underwhelming to the composition of a team. At number 7, we have Pathfinder.
Hey, that's me!
The lovable robot has a grapple that you can use to whip yourself around the map and get high ground quickly. You can even use it to pull enemies toward you for a shotgun finish. Pathfinder can hack certain beacons around the map to give you and your team intel on where the next safe circle will be, and his ultimate gives him the ability to create a zipline, useful for traversing across the map. Pathfinder's role and abilities fit his scout class to a T, but in a fast-paced action battle royale, Pathfinder's abilities seem lackluster. He definitely has the most charm though.
I'm excited to fight you!
If Apex was slower paced, Pathfinder would thrive, but with how much time you have in between circle rounds and the number of transportation balloons and ziplines on the map, teams could do better than the beloved robot on the squad. Let's talk about Caustic. Caustic is a sociopath and can place gas traps that are great for rigging rooms and fortifying choke points. His ultimate lets you throw a gas grenade that covers a large area with poison, and his passive lets you see enemies within that cloud, allowing you to finish them off while they're being slowed and disoriented. Caustic was a really tough legend to rank because in large fights, he does a great job putting the entire enemy team at a disadvantage with a well-placed gas bomb. You can also play defensively and offensively with Caustic, making him a solid all-around legend choice, but his gas causes the same low visibility for teammates during a fight. Caustic also becomes much less effective in wide open areas where you can avoid the canisters and Nox bombs, which is why he lands at number 6. Number 5, Bangalore. The battle-hardened Bangalore moves faster when under fire, making her harder to kill while she escapes or strafes in combat. Her tactical ability lets her fire 2 smoke grenades, and her ultimate calls in an artillery strike that rolls across the map. Bangalore is a solid all-around legend that feels true to what makes first-person shooters feel so good. Her smoke launcher combined with her passive allows for safe escapes for you and your teammates. The Rolling Thunder ultimate also forces enemies to reposition if placed correctly, which can turn the tide of battle quickly. The downside of the ultimate, however, is that it's very telegraphed beforehand, which makes it difficult to down enemies with the strike. Overall, a solid legend to learn first if you're a new Apex Legends player, and I think her smoke launcher ability is a great addition to combat. At number 4, we have the mysterious Bloodhound. Bloodhound's passive lets you pick up on enemy cues, such as footprints and if they took damage. The tactical ability sends out a pulse wave that briefly notifies you and your teammates of enemies and traps if they are in proximity. Bloodhound's ultimate highlights enemies red, makes their footprints red, and makes the player much faster. The passive ability and tactical ability gives you and your team information that I think is vital in battle royales. With the hints Bloodhound sees, your team can actively hunt or avoid enemy squads. Bloodhound's ultimate pairs very well with other legend abilities such as Gibraltar's airstrike, Bangalore's smoke, and Caustic's gas, allowing Bloodhound players to quickly get in a fight, finish a kill, and back out safely. Starting the top 3, we have the friendly giant Gibraltar. Gibraltar is all about team support with his bubble dome that can protect while in a fight or while looting, but he also has offensive abilities that work well with the flow of combat. His passive gives him a shield while aiming down sights, which gives him an initial advantage in a straight up gunfight. His ultimate, a mortar strike that lasts for a long duration of time, destroying any enemy that stays in the area, unless they hide under cover, of course. In my opinion, Gibraltar's ultimate is a better version of Bangalore's, and with his defensive dome and personal shield in gunfights, it's extremely difficult to take down a team with a skilled Gibraltar on it. In second place, we have Wraith. Wraith is a soldier who uses the Void for all three of her abilities. Her passive gives you extremely useful audio cues when traps are near or if enemies are aiming at you. Her tactical turns you invisible for a short period of time, but you additionally become immune to all damage, including the encroaching circle. Her ultimate, Dimensional Rift, allows Wraith to form two portals that either ally or foe can take to teleport across. Wraith's passive ability gives vital information similar to Bloodhound's, but it takes it a step further because you're notified when enemies are looking at you. This information saved my team and I a countless number of times, and her tactical ability, which lets you straight up disappear from terrible situations, further adds to her survivability. Skilled players with Wraith will find that her ability can be used offensively as a flank or to get your team out of danger. Also, downed allies can take her portals so they can be revived from a safer area. All of her deep mechanics and potential to outplay entire teams puts Wraith at number 2. To top the legend list off, we have Lifeline. Lifeline's passive ability gives her a shield while reviving knockdown allies. Healing items are also used 25% faster. In a game where the combat is as aggressive as it is in Apex Legends, faster healing and shields while reviving allies allows you to mitigate some of the disadvantage you would normally encounter while being injured or outnumbered. Her tactical ability drops a drone that heals anyone on your team over time, allowing everyone to save their syringes and fight while being healed. Her ultimate takes the longest time to charge out of all the legends, but that's because it's a care package that drops with high rarity gear. I can't tell you the number of times my team has been able to get the necessary sniper optics or armor with Lifeline's care packages. Quick tip, make sure to force feed the Lifeline on your team with ultimate accelerant items so she can drop care packages as often as possible. Dropping a care package for an ally that just recovered at a respawn center is also super beneficial to help loot up. She does so much for the team while being useful at all stages of the game, and that's why she takes my spot as the strongest legend. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I previously mentioned, this is just my opinion and I would love to hear your thoughts on your personal Legends rank. Let me know in the comments below and make sure to check out all of our other Apex Legends content on IGN.